Howdy folks, welcome to 8-Track FM. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Anyways, so today's video is on the obscure and hard to find tapes that I have in my collection. Hard to find stuff that I, searched high and low for a number of years to get my hands on. And some of these were a struggle, let me tell you. I guess we'll start with the hard to find stuff and then move on to the obscure. So, to start off, we have the Sex Pistols, Never Mind the Bollocks. I had a hell of a time finding this tape. I found a copy once, about a year ago, maybe less. And, I paid a fair penny for it. Only to find that when it arrived in the mailbox, it had been recorded over with, I think it was some disco or something like that. Not impressed. And the seller was gracious enough to, give me a partial refund. Would have been nice for a full refund, but whatever. And they were apologetic. They didn't have the ability to test their tapes before posting and selling them, which I guess can happen. Not everybody has an 8-track player. Some folks just get these tapes out of estate sales or whatever. So, anyways, managed to finally, I guess about a week or so ago, get this one in the mailbox. Tested it out. It's as advertised, plays beautifully. The only thing I had to do was put in new pads, and I changed the false place just for good measure. Next in line is Devo. Devo, Freedom of Choice. This one I found on LP. I guess maybe a few weeks before finding this one. And I wasn't really looking to find out an 8-track, but I was very happy to find it, and I think I only saw a couple of copies at the time on 8-track, so I made sure to grab this one. Next in line here is Rick Springfield, Working Class Dog. This one again. I wasn't really looking for an 8-track. I was very happy to find it, but I think I'd only seen maybe a couple of copies out there, posted on Facebook and whatnot, in the groups that others had, and I thought it might be cool to have it, but I'm not going to go out of my way for it. But it was cool to find nonetheless. Now this one, I had a hell of a time getting my hands on, and I paid dearly for it, I'm not going to lie. I am kind of ashamed. Sugar Hill Gang. This was their, I think it might have been their debut album. I'm not too sure. In the comments, let me know. This one has their ever so famous Rapper's Delight on this album, which is why I wanted this, and I kind of preferred to find it on 8-track over LP or cassette. Another goodie that I had a hard time finding, and every time that it came up, I'd put it in my watch list and wait till payday to buy it. And every time, the day before payday, someone grabbed it out from under me, but not this time. Stray Cats, Need for Speed, great album. Brian Setzer, awesome guitarist. You've got to check these guys out if you haven't already. Amazing group. Brian Setzer, even by himself in his solo career, very good. Like one of the best guitarists I've heard yet. Another one that I had a heck of a time finding, and I paid a fair penny for it. Madonna, Like a Virgin. I was actually surprised to even find this on 8-track, because at the time that this came out, the CD had just come out as well, and this album is also available on compact disc as well. So it's available on 8-track, cassette, CD, and record. And I do have the record as well. So yeah, this is a great find. The only thing that I had to do with this one so far was put in new foam pressure pads, because the ones it had were shot. Now, more sort of 80s tapes. This is Randy Travis, Storms of Life. I used to have this on a record. I think I might even have it on. I might still have it on a record. I'm not too sure. But this was a great album. This is probably one of my favorites that I used to listen to when I was a kid. My mom had it on a record, so, and loved playing it. I must have played it like probably three or four times a day, easy. Love this album. It's got some of the bigger hits. On the other hand, Digging Up Bones were probably his bigger hits. Storms of Life, of course, the title track of the album. Great song. And then Randy Travis, Always and Forever. This one I've only played through once, so I'm not overly familiar with it, but I was very happy to get it. At the time that I found this, I was actually looking for the other album of his, the Storms of Life. So, another great album to have in my collection. Now, these were very tough to find, and again, we're a little on the pricey side. Culture Club, Boy George, Colored by Numbers. It's a great album. A couple of their hits were on here. Karma Chameleon Karma Chameleon was one of their bigger hits, and I'm not sure what the rest of them. Again, I've only played it through once, but I will have to give it a listen again in the near future. And then this one, Culture Club, Waking Up with the House on Fire. This one I grabbed when I saw it, mainly because, well, I have the other Culture Club, and I thought it would be cool to add to the collection. This one I think I've only played through maybe once, or part of it anyways. But so I'll definitely have to give that one a play again. Now, being what I call myself a grown-up man-child, the Chipmunks are a favorite of mine, and I grew up with them watching their show when I was a kid. Of course, I'm pretty sure that the shows were probably repeats, at the time, but we have Chipmunk Punk. There's a lot of great songs on here. I mean, Call Me, My Sharona, Refugee, which they covered by Tom Petty. Crazy Little Thing Called Love. Great cover that they did of Queen. It's a great album. Uh, if you get a chance to get this album on any format, get it. You won't. I mean, even though it's Chipmunks, I'm pretty sure you will not be disappointed. This album I found on vinyl first, and I was very pleased to come across it on 8-track. Chipmunks, uh, Urban Chipmunk, sort of a play on the Urban Cowboy movie. And I mean, it isn't like a soundtrack cover of it. It's just, their covers of country songs. Like there's Thank God I'm a Country Boy, The Gambler, kind of a cute cover of that one. Lunchbox was, I guess, kind of a Chipmunks original. Looking Back Texas is another good one that they did. Mamas Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be Cowboys. A very cute cover of that song. If you get a chance to get this album, grab it and give it a listen. I'm pretty sure you will be as amused as I was and still am. Chipmunks Rock. This one I used to have on a record as well, and it's got a lot of great songs on it. Like Betty Davis Eyes, Jesse's Girl, great cover of that. Leaders of the Pack, which was originally done by the Shangrilas, I believe. Hit Me With Your Best Shot. They covered ABBA's Take a Chance on Me. They also covered Whip It. Another great album. You definitely will not be disappointed with that as well, if you get a copy of it. But it's also very obscure, and I'm glad that I found that one. We're getting down to sort of the final 5 here, guys. So, well, never mind. Just final 8. I'm sorry. This one, another one that I had a heck of a time getting my hands on. The Tubes, What Do You Want From Live? To be honest, when I first came across this on eBay, I wasn't familiar with them, but I loved the artwork, so I thought take a chance on it. The first copy that I bought, someone had recorded over with, I don't know, I think they used radio music or something on it, so was not impressed, and I didn't bother to go for a refund. I probably should have, but whatever. I just sort of held on to the crap copy and waited, and then I came across it. I think it was on Discogs. Placed the order, only to find that the seller, I guess, lost his copy or whatever. So of course, kind of a disappointment there. But then a few months later, this turns up again on eBay, I think it was. So right away I grabbed it and gave it a listen. And these guys are hilarious as a live band. A lot of shenanigans on stage. So if you haven't heard this one, get it. Either on 8-track, record, whatever format, get your hands on it. You'll enjoy it. Ooh. So I'm just getting this thing put back in this case here. Some of these cardboard cases are not easy to work with. Another one of the same group, the Tubes. It's called Now. The Tubes Now. I think this one I found on eBay as well. And it's in great condition. This one I don't think I've played through. I played through yet, but I definitely will. And I'm guessing it's probably fairly rare because I've never really seen much of anything of theirs, in this format. aside from these two so far. And let me know though if you have anything of the tubes, or on 8-track, especially on 8-track. Let me know, and let me know where you found it. Another great rarity. This one I had a tough time finding. It's Iron Butterfly Inagata Vita. I guess this one isn't overly rare, but rare enough, I guess. The first copy that I found of this, I found that actually at a thrift store, but it was a bootleg copy. So, I mean, it sounded okay and played well, but I really wanted, something that was original with the album with the album art. Something that legitimate. That's what I'm looking for. A legitimate recording of the album. So, very happy to find that. Now these are very, very weird. This is called, come on, focus. Come on. I'm sorry, guys. Nursing Care live action. This is one of those. Well, they're on eBay. They're called stag party tapes. You'll leave that up there if you look at it for a second. I'm sorry, it's very blurry. I'll read it to you guys here. It says, Laura knew how to take care of her patients. She used the best medication. Real dramatic stag tape. I'm not going to go into any further detail. I'll just leave it there if you look at it for a second. Yeah, it kind of comical. I actually have one more of those, but it's on a pirated, or not pirated, bootleg recording. There's the front, and the tape is just called Shaftman. Uncensored sex drama. Very similar to the other tape. Oops, I can move that out of the way. Those are, I guess, sort of my more obscure tapes that I have in my collection. Another obscure and very comical tape. The Farting Contest. It's very funny to listen, and from what I gathered, because I played it before, it's the same recording on all 4 programs. So, it's not just part of the story and then program change, next part of the story, and so on. It's whole thing, and I might try and post recording of this in a future video and see if YouTube pardon me allows it. Jeez, dry. Anyway, I'm pretty sure this won't kick up any content matches. Now this is one of those, I guess, kind of similar to those stag party tapes, I think. The tape is called Sounds of Love A to, well, and then a bunch of Z's, like you're spent. So it has sounds of, sort of like a background of all these different sound effects, like scented wind, black and blues. I don't know. Midnight waterfalls. Yeah, just. But yeah, it has sounds of that in the background of these different sound effects. And then this one, I guess it's rare enough. Well, I've only seen a handful of copies out there, and I actually have 2 copies of it. One I have in my eBay store, but this is How to CB, and it would have been nice if I had the booklet that came with it. But it has just all the in the intro to your CB equipment, all the 10 calls and 10 codes and things like that. Just discusses the rules and regulations regarding CB. So, for a piece of history, it was very awesome to find this. I think that's sort of it for my obscure and hard to find stuff. I may have more, but I, just did a quick little check through of my collection. Let me know, guys, what kind of oddities or rarities, rarities, do you have in your collection? I'd really like to know. Leave them in the comments. Anyways, guys, you all take care and keep on tracking.